So hello everybody. How y'all doing? Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you, even if you're catching the replay. There will be super chat questions that I will answer for you guys at the end. You don't have to wait until the end to ask it. If you have a super chat question, I'll go back. Probably should have my phone. Okay. I will go back and check the super chat questions and I'll answer each of them. If you can't stay for your super chat question, that's fine. I'm going to timestamp them after as well. Okay, so let's get this up and going. I've already pulled some decks out. I was guided to, for the first question we're going to answer is, why aren't you drawn to love or being in a relationship right now? So if you are not in a relationship, chances are this message in general, the opening, the whole big message that we're doing is going to be for you. If you're not in a relationship, don't feel guided to be in one. If you are in a relationship or have interest in someone, you could save that for a personal super chat question at the end. But in the meantime, this is specifically for those who are single and not interested in being in a relationship, okay? Or are potentially on the cusp of leaving one and just not interested. But I'm going to start with the Fairy Tale Lenormand for the first question, why you aren't drawn to it right now. The second question we're going to answer is the purpose of you being sovereign. All right, we're going to answer that with the Mystical Manga Tarot. Traditional Manga Tarot, forgive me, there's two different kinds. There's this traditional manga. Third question we're going to answer is the importance of the mirror you're giving to the world around you, right, and your sovereignty. And for that, we're going to use traditional Rider-Waite. The fourth question we're going to answer is the result of staying in your own lane. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? You got to love the random wisdom pings, for real. Fourth question is the result of you staying in your own lane. We're going to use the Hermetic Tarot for that. And then the universe's blessings to you for following in divine faith as you're guided with gratitude, right? We're going to use the Intuitive Goddess Tarot for that. And I'm going to pull a guidance card from the Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud. All right. And then we will get into the super chats. So if anybody, yeah, I'm good. I was afraid I was going to be late for a second, to be fair. My son has class, after hours class at 4:30. And we got stuck at the train. There was a train like dead ass stopped, like right there for like 25 minutes. And I was like, no. I straight up looked at him. I was like, this train has not moved its ass. By 4:50, I'm backing back up into the driveway. But it moved at 4:49. And he was like, are you kidding me? Like, he was so close to getting out of class. But anyway, we're going to get into the message. All right. So starting with the first question, using the Fairy Tale Lenormand. Let's see. I should probably leave that open. It's a bitch to open. Okay. Let's see. Why are you not drawn to being in a relationship right now, or just not drawn to love in general? It's not on your mind. Why? Why? Okay. Spirit is sneak peeking for you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah, we do consider it divine timing. He hates it. But it means he's going to class. He hates it. Poor kid. Anyway, so the cards that we have out, so you guys can see. My handy dandy card holder. We have the cross, the anchor, the crossroads, and the snake. Okay. We got the scythe on the bottom and the letter on top. So with these cards, why you are not drawn into a relationship right now. Honestly, you've probably went through a lot of burdens, pain or suffering in the past, and were unable to settle into the security that you wanted, right? And then having this path, this choice in front of you that had to choose against, you know, either cheating, lying, some kind of manipulation, right? Snake energy, betrayal. People not being committed, right? Not being willing to settle with themselves, right? And them not feeling worthy of the love you were offering at the time. That you had to make this kind of swift decision, you know, this kind of cut off, because I think it was a matter of, potentially a matter of sanity, right? Especially if you were being gaslit or cheated on or manipulated in some way in the past. You may have tried multiple times to work something out with someone that your heart was really close to. So if that part of the message resonates with you, then the rest of this will, because this is why you're just not drawn to it, you know. And I understand, because I'm in the same boat. Like, I'm open-minded to the idea that my person's out there, but I'm not necessarily looking, you know what I mean? Like, it's great if that kind of connection develops, but it is kind of the furthest thing from my mind, which is why I was guided to this reading in general, because I know I'm not the only one, and I'm cool with it. Like, I'm very okay with it. But I know a lot of people question themselves or think that maybe they're damaged, and that's why they're not, you know, drawn to being in one. And to an extent that's true, but to another extent it's not true, because if you were truly damaged, you would have stayed in this manipulative cycle, right? You would have stayed and settled down with the betrayal, with the cheating, with the lies, with the manipulation, and you didn't, right? So you're not healed. You're probably more healed than most, and unwilling to commit to unhealed people, which puts you in a place of sovereignty, right? Which is why you're not being guided to one, you know. And it's no different for myself, you know. Like, if there was someone out there who didn't have the different things that are like huge red flags for me, like addictions or whatever, you know, people that they're still stuck on from their past, or, you know, whatever the reason, you know, that the red flags would be going off, like, I'd be open. I'm just not willing to settle for bullshittery. You know what I mean? And I think if you're watching this message and you're guided to this message and it resonates with you, it's because you're not either. You know, you were let down big time in the past. There was some kind of cutoff after multiple exchanges, multiple communications, multiple attempts to ground something in and make progress. It womp, womp, womp. You know, like, to put it in humorous terms. But it was probably really painful to have to accept the fact that something or someone needed to be let go of. You know, that they were unwilling to self-correct, unwilling to become self-aware, unwilling to heal, unwilling to make progress, right? Unwilling to just be honest, unwilling to commit, you know, to the idea of a future. And to be fair, that is a reflection of their own inability to commit to their better self, right? That they were more comfortable in their faults, more comfortable in their own self-betrayal, more comfortable in cheating themselves out of a highest good path, right? That the true unconditional love that was potentially present was denied. So if you're not being drawn to a relationship right now or love right now, I feel like it's because you've been through some crazy shit. with some crazy ass motherfucking people who are probably sociopaths and psychopaths and narcissists and whatever the fuck else, you know what I mean? That you were just like, you know what, the hell with this. And no one would blame you either. You know, if someone is being gaslit and someone's being cheated on and someone's being betrayed and someone's being manipulated and someone is being abused, like, good for you. Good for you if you left that piece of shit. You know, prayers to the pieces of shit out there. They choose to be it. You know, they choose it. They choose to be that way. You know, we all know that they deserve better, but, you know, you can't make them choose any better than what they're choosing. So they don't want to heal. That's on them. You decided to heal. You decided to heal. Your unhealed state is what brought this energy into your life, and your healed state is what pushed it out. So kudos to you. All right, let's get some insight into the purpose, the actual purpose behind you being sovereign right now. Let's get this traditional, I keep wanting to say mystical, it's traditional manga. What is the purpose of you being sovereign right now? What purpose is it serving? So that you can understand it's not for nothing, right? There's a purpose behind why we are guided to be as we are. Especially if we're in a healed state or a healing from an unhealed state, right? The transitional period, which is like the chrysalis, you know, when you gave up being a caterpillar and you're still in that kind of mush phase, like recovering your new self, putting it into form. One more shuffle. What is the purpose, Spirit, of those who are guided to this message being sovereign right now? Yeah, just know if an opportunity has not presented itself yet, or someone has not seized an opportunity yet, there's a reason. You're not guided to it for a reason. Okay. It's not that you don't have people interested. You have people interested in you. It's just, you know damn right well they got crosses and they want you to hold those crosses up for them. You know it. You know it. Clarities, please. For those of you who are on the twin flame journey, or had considered yourself on it at one point, you definitely had a counterpart that missed the opportunity, which is why you're here. Okay. You legit had a divine counterpart who completely missed the opportunity. And you decided to be that light and give to yourself that you weren't going to be impoverished anymore. And that was your victory. You're that Queen of Cups soulmate, that empathic, nurturing soulmate. You know what people need on a spiritual level, on a psychic level. Without them even knowing what they need. You have soul medicine. Yeah, the purpose of you being sovereign. You're being taught, or what's the better word for it? You're solidifying your trust and red flags. You're solidifying your faith and trust in your intuition and your divine guidance right now, because you are that light energy. You are that Queen of Cups soulmate. You have this overflow with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands that you're like, I'm being shown like jumper cables. Like you're like a soul's jumper cables. Like people get it confused and twisted. Like they do better when they're with you. People are better off with you, no matter who they are. They're better off with you because of that empathic medicine that you have. You're like spiritual jumper cables. And so you have these people looking at you and are interested in you because they need a jump start. The problem is you're not their mechanic. You know what I mean? Like, you're not their fix-it person. It's not your fault that their battery died. Like, they have to figure out, spiritually speaking, how to jump their own cables, jump their own battery. You have this energy about you. You have this energy about you that releases the anxiety or the nightmare state that other people are in. The problem is that's their comfort zone, right? So right now, the purpose of you being sovereign is to figure out what it is that you want and go through that transformation, go through that solid, permanent death card on the top transformation to where there is no going back, right? So if you find yourself in a position where you have different suitors interested in you trying to get your attention, even if it's not an everyday thing, even if it's just been random over the course of time since your big split, right, with whoever your counterpart was or who you considered them to be, right? You might have had multiple suitors try and enter. And it is because you are that jumpstart. You have some real solid, strong mana. You know what I mean? Like that magic, that soul magic, you've got that. The problem is these other energies want to take the energy without exchanging anything with you to make it fair, right? They don't actually want to put in the gratitude, reciprocity that comes along with the kind of energy that you possess because they don't even feel worthy of it to begin with. You know, they want you to jumpstart them. They want you to pick them up. You know, they want to get, you know, ahead of the game and use you as a stepping stone when you're not a stepping stone. You are the path, and there's a difference, right? You're not a stepping stone to get on the path unless you choose to be that. And I think that you're definitively choosing at this point not to be a stepping stone, but to be the path and walk the path. And people can either join you on that path in alignment with you, or you're really, really making it a point to say no. You know, I think that what used to be attractive to you isn't even attractive to you anymore. You know, it's just kind of like you can read that bad boy or bad girl energy from a fucking mile away, right? The codependency, just, you could smell it on them a mile away. Like, you know, I'm codependent, I'm damaged, I need someone to carry my weights for me, I don't actually want to heal. Like, you've become very well aware of what that energy looks like, feels like when it enters your presence, and it's off-putting, right? It's off-putting. And people can try and charm, and people can try and be sweet, and people can try and, you know, be nice for a couple weeks just to get you hooked in. But I think that it's going to take more than a couple weeks to get someone like you hooked in. It just is. Like, you're not a fool. You are not a fool. You have accepted a contract with yourself to release the anxiety, to release the nightmare state. Like, you don't want to live your life like it's a fucking nightmare. That's why you're single. The purpose of you being sovereign is to learn how to enjoy your life and set healthy boundaries and attract healthy people. That is why you're not drawn to love a relationship right now. The people that are drawn to you right now are toxic. The people that are drawn to you right now have wounds that they do not understand, don't want to understand. They just want someone to deal with it. And for you, because you've been through such a trauma when it comes to love and relationships, you are unwilling to be that. I think you are the real deal and have moved well past the idea that you would be someone else's medicine, right? You decided to take your own medicine and heal yourself, right? Like, you offered them the medicine, they didn't fucking take it. That's their problem. You took the medicine then, you know? And so the purpose of you being sovereign is definitely to free your own self of anxiety, that you wouldn't enter a relationship until you trust it wholeheartedly. And that takes time. You know what I mean? That takes time. People have to show you who they are. And sometimes you don't know until you actually even get closer to people. You know, like I was in relationships that I jumped head first and my soul was guided to be in it 100%, loved it unconditionally, would have done anything for them. And it was just a fucking game to them. You know what I mean? It was just a manipulative game. And that was something that I was healing through. And after that, you know, I have had multiple suitors come at me and it's like, yeah, but you're coming at me with unhealed energy. You want me to be your Band-Aid. You know, you want me to be this stitch, but act in a way where the Band-Aid's going to get ripped off or worn off or the stitches are going to bust. Like, and I don't want to be in that position, you know? Like I had someone who I was even talking to for like 5 years as a confidant and colleague who within a matter of a month and a half just completely did a 180 and I started seeing him for who he really was. And I was like, yeah, ooh. Like, no, like this is not the person that I thought you were. Like you just unveiled a whole shitload of self that you were keeping hidden for 5 fucking years. Like, goddamn, you know? So I think that you're in this position of knowing that people hide the worst parts of themselves. Like you're not stupid. If people have an ugly side, they hide it. And so you're not going to jump into things unless you feel safe and secure in it. You know, establish friendship first, establish more than friendship, but like loyalty first, right? That soul loyalty that says, I got you when you got me. If you need me, I got you. If I need you, I know you got me because you literally come through every time. You know, you're not fucking off and being dishonest or keeping things from me. You're even showing me you're ugly and asking me to help you and then actually taking the advice and helping yourself. You know, there's a big difference between someone who doesn't want to heal themselves and someone who does and is looking for guidance through the process and the ability to lean on each other as you guys are going through the process, right? Wanting to heal and not wanting to heal are they look very different, right? They look very different. And so the purpose of you being sovereign right now is literally to just develop that overflow with the self, develop this reinvented self, to stretch your butterfly wings a little bit, so to speak, right? Get out of that chrysalis phase and really trust the journey that you're on now, because it is not the same journey you were on prior. The journey you were headed down, the path you were headed down prior was a dark road. And you literally like GPS rerouted, right? Made a turn somewhere and said, fuck this path and rerouted elsewhere, you know? And so now it's just a matter of getting used to your new surroundings, having that new path lock in and enjoying the fact that you chose a destination that you're happy with. You know, at the end of the day, whether you do or do not know who your person is, your forever person is, or even if you don't want one and you're genuinely happy on your own, like, your vision of whatever happiness is for you, you're holding solid in that and you're not rerouting off of that. Like if you want stable, if you want loyal, if you want transparent, if you want, you know, committed, if you want fill in the blank, and that's your vision, and you're seeing yourself smiling in that vision and you're happy and you're safe, right? Your soul and your heart feels safe. Your mind feels safe in that vision, then anybody else who would try and intervene and weave themselves into your vision, it's like, look, either you do or you don't fit the vision. You know, either I trust you or I don't. And I feel like being in that uncompromising desire to manifest what it is that you truly want is why you're going to get it, because you're not going to make a right turn or a left turn off your highest good path now, right? So what is the importance of the mirror you're giving to the world around you? That's the third question we're answering. I'm using the Rider-Waite for that. What is the importance of the mirror? What about you is so important for other people to witness? Because what other people witness in you, they are capable of. You know, if you're in your highest alignment, if you're on your highest good path, then you are reflecting to other people that they can in fact choose that too, right? If you are not codependent anymore and once were, now you're very independent, right? You would be reflecting that choice for other people. So what is the importance of that? What is the importance of that so that you can understand it? the importance of the mirror that you're in. Yeah, Four of Wands. The World card. You are going to manifest your happily ever after. Whatever your vision is, if you do not let go of that vision, people are going to witness you manifest the vision. You're literally locked in on it, and you are going to manifest it. And that's a given. With the Four of Wands and the World card, that is a done deal. That is a done deal. You're going to end your life, right? The World card, complete cycle. By the time you end your life, you will have that Four of Wands. You will show people that it's possible when you do not settle for bullshittery and fuckery and all that shit, that you actually do manifest your highest good. You know, when you are not the snake, when you are not putting crosses on other people to bear, and you're actually focusing on the healing within the self. Like, yes, it might be a process for people. Yes, it might take time, but damn if it ain't worth it. Damn if it ain't worth the work. Yeah, we've got the Four of Wands with the World card, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. It takes effort, but damn if it ain't worth the effort. You know, and that's the importance of what it is that you're choosing, because people are seeing you put in the work, and it's not even that long if you think about it. Like, if you put in 2 years, yeah, the star card is clarifying the Four of Wands. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, you're showing people that healing and happily ever after and living a fulfilled life, a happy life, a peaceful life, a stable life is fucking possible. That is the beauty of your mirror. Yes, people have all kinds of options that they can choose. You chose your highest good option, and that's the facts. Like, you're closing cycles on confusion. You're closing cycles on debauchery, right? You're closing cycles on all kinds of things that people think that they can't be without. Like, well, I'm a drinker, I can't not drink. And it's like, yes, you can, though. It takes some effort. You got to dig within yourself and figure out where you learned how to self-soothe that way, and figure out new ways to self-soothe, right? You have to start forgiving people that hurt you, you know, that created that pain body. It's no different with any other addiction out there. You know, people are learning through you in this mirror that a couple years of work, a few years of work, even a decade of work, if you're going to live into your old age, why would you not take the time to end your life absolutely happy and satisfied and fulfilled with no regrets? No regrets. Even all the hard stuff, you wouldn't do it any different because it got you to where you are, and you're grateful. You know what I mean? Like, holding that gratitude for the difficult moments. You're allowing people to see that they have options. They have options. You are never without an option, even if the path is straight and narrow. Don't tell me you can't make your own and start bucking it through the woods, you know, because you're like, fuck this path. Who said you can't turn around? You know, and that's the kind of thing that you're helping other people acknowledge. You know, stuck on what road? Settling on what road? With what people and what mindset? You know, if you want to change, you can. And that's what you're showing people. That's what you're reflecting to people, that change and growth isn't just possible, but it's beautiful. Like, yeah, the caterpillar is cool and all. And yeah, the chrysalis is kind of neat, but the butterfly that emerges, you know, like, it is worth the process. It is so worth the process. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles for me, please, Spirit. What is this Knight of Pentacles in the mirror? Yeah, people have to defend themselves. It takes time because you have to defend yourself. And the minute that you have to defend yourself against other people trying to suck you back in, that's probably the hardest part. When you first choose to veer off course, and everybody that was walking with you down that dark path is like, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm walking a different path. And they're like, what do you mean? Stay on the path with us. They try and drag you back on the path. And it's like, no, you guys can walk that path if you want to continue walking that path. But I'm going to walk my own path. I'm going to turn around. You know, the defense, the self-defense is probably the part that people have to have the most patience with, you know. They have to have patience with themselves, patience with the process, patience with the rewiring of the mind, you know, because we've been so used to thinking a certain way, perceiving a certain way, believing a certain way, choosing a certain way, right? Certain self-sabotaging behaviors that we cheat ourselves out of higher opportunity. People are so used to it, right? That it literally takes time to rewire the mind and say, no, that which I used to accept resulted in something negative. That which I used to accept from myself, that which I used to choose, resulted in something that did not fucking feel good. And I'm not going to choose it anymore, right? And it's having to remind the self that we're not making the same choices that we used to make because it fucks us over. You know, it's no different with empaths who decided they were going to leave toxic. You know, like, no, I'm not going to keep dealing with this burden of other people and being their jumper cables, their spiritual jumper cables. No, I'm not going to be their doormat. No, I'm not going to be naive. You know, and every single time someone tries to suck you back on that path, right, you're like, no, I've seen that red flag before. I've been there before. I've witnessed it before. I've experienced it before. Thanks, but no thanks. Like, I don't want to do it again. You know, I don't want to do it again. And so you're teaching people that just because they've chosen it before, just because they've chosen it a million times, just because they've been that way for years does not mean that they have to keep choosing it. And it does take time. It takes time to reset the mind, but it is possible. It is so possible. The work that you're doing, the 8 of Coins clarified by the Knight of Wands, is that fire under the ass. It's the fire under the ass. And people from your past, my ear just rang the fuck off. People from your past are going to be looking at the opportunity you're seizing. They're going to be looking at your growth, and they're going to come back. Page of Pentacles on top with the Knight of Cups on the bottom. They're going to come back. They're going to see how you're doing, even though they know damn right well how you're doing. They're going to come back. They're going to want your good energy and be like, hey, like, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. You know? Am I going to jump back in that boat? I don't know, because the only kind of person you showed me that you were was this person. But, you know, if you are actually on the right path, then you won't, you know, feel some type of way about me maintaining a healthy distance from you. You know, you won't feel some type of way about me accepting your apology and taking my good old fucking time doing what I'm doing, because despite them coming in or communicating whatever, you're living your life. Like, you have a vision that is solid, which is why that process, right, the purpose of you being sovereign is so important, because spirit needs to know that it's solid in your mind and that you won't actually regress when you hit the next stage and people want to come back in. They may, if they're in alignment, apologize, knowing that there's no shot in hell to come back with you in this life. They may apologize, which would probably be the best thing that they could do, you know, to become self-aware of who they were and own it, right? The apology is never for the person being apologized to. It's for the person apologizing, that you would be able to recognize your own shortcomings, your own wounds, and how they were bleeding on other people that didn't deserve to be bled on at the time, you know? And so hopefully, you know, the work that you put in, lighting that fire in other people, yields a result to where they can actually benefit, right, in their own life's journey and choose a path that is in their highest good and get off of their low road. You know, that's why it's so important for you to reflect the sovereignty the way that you are, to reflect the effort the way that you are, to put in the time the way that you are, because other people need to see that it's worth it. Other people don't trust themselves. They are trusting what they're seeing with your life and your progress and saying, all right, you know, maybe I could put in the work. Maybe it's not going to take the rest of my life. Maybe I can start a new leaf, you know, turn over a new leaf. Maybe I can choose to change, choose to shift. You know, mutability, there are 4 mutable signs inside the zodiac. And I don't care what kind of fucking fixed energy you have. I don't care if every mutable sign you've got in your chart is empty. That just means you have to choose to fill it yourself. That's the only thing empty houses mean. You have to choose to fill it yourself. If someone feels they are incapable of change, this is who they've always been, is who they've been taught to be, is who they will always be, At some point, they will face the reality that they are living in a very heavy nightmare, watching you grow, putting in the effort to change and seeing your success, and have to fucking live with that or humble themselves and shift, right? It puts them at a crossroads, puts the dang snake at a crossroad. Like, listen, you can hate me for elevating and changing and shifting and becoming my best self all you want, but it's not going to better your life doing that, right? You can hate me for changing. You can hate me for leaving you and growing and not stagnating with you. But at the end of the day, you hating me is not going to actually better your life. So what are you going to do about that? You know, what is the result of you staying in your own lane? What is the result? Yeah, that's staying in your own lane. That's that Nine of Pentacles out first. What else? What is the result? And the viewers watching and resonating to this message, what is the result of them staying in their own lane? Spirit, please. Your angels love you so much. You guys have no idea the kind of overwhelming love I'm pulling on from the angels. Archangel Michael is with you every step of the way. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Result. What else? Ace of Swords. You're going to get clarity on a lot of things. You're going to get clarity on so many things. The Lovers. And the 7 of Pentacles. You're going to have a lover who fucking defends you. You're going to have a lover, a relationship with someone. You're going to take that path to where you're not going to go unfulfilled anymore. You're not choosing unfulfilled partnerships anymore. Got the Knight of Pentacles again on bottom with the Princess of Pentacles again on top. That's so big. We literally have the Page of Pentacles out 3 times now in 3 different decks. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Lovers with the 7 of Pentacles. That's a high manifestation. That's your sovereignty. That's uninterrupted sovereignty in a relationship. The truth, that Ace of Swords with the Lovers card. That's a relationship built. That's a relationship built on clarity, transparency, and trust, clear communication, and patience. You have someone you have something coming that is, someone's going to speak your language, your love language. They're going to hold the same vision. They're going to hold the same vision. The result literally is you're going to get the high manifestation. You're going to get everything. You'll have healed yourself. You're not going to have someone trying to own you. You're not going to have someone trying to possess you. You're not going to have someone trying to make you jealous. You're not going to have someone trying to make you compete. You're going to have someone who is on the same page with you, who has similar goals, and you're going to have an actual, like, real life adult, like actual adult relationship, not 2 adult bodies having a childish fucking relationship, right? Some codependent relationship. This is 2 very independent, sovereign people coming forward with a similar path and purpose, who appreciate the vision and share the vision, and will literally be patient with the other as they're doing their things together. They're doing it together. Give me some more insight. I want more into that. Let's pull the Patch Tarot. Let's pull the Patch Tarot. Let's get a 4th deck out here. Give me more insight. Clarify these cards for me, please. One more shuffle. Clarify these. This is really beautiful. The moon reverse. This is not confusion. This is not falsities and illusion. Like, this is not wounding. This is introspection. This is you and another person being able to look at themselves inside the dynamic ship and see what is needed and what needs to be corrected, and a willingness to do that to make it effective and efficient in the creation of the vision that you both share. Like, yeah, Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the child. It's the Fool card. Your inner child is going to be so damn stable and happy. You're going to have a wealth of possibilities. The Ten of Pentacles is the Lord of Wealth, and the child card, the Fool card, and the Patch Tarot is possibilities. It's limitless. You put yourself in limitless energy. Limitless energy. Give me further clarities, please. Something flipped. Yeah, the truth sets you free, man. We got the Tower, which in this deck is revelation. It is literally revelation, the reverse being ignorance. So being in the upright with the Ace of Swords, that is truth, clarity, and revelation. Everything happened for a reason. Not only are you going to have this high manifestation, it's going to be very clear to you why it all went down the way that it did, who is learning what in the mirror, and why. You're going to complete some kind of soul mission that you had with yourself to let go of the devil energy. Literally, you let go of toxic lovers. You let go of this addiction to self-betrayal, the addiction to self-loathing, the addiction to struggle, the addiction to pain that you've probably been living through life cycles. You've been living through this you're going to get the King of Cups. You're going to have someone who is emotionally responsive. You're going to have someone who is emotionally intelligent. They know how to read the energy. You don't have to tell them how you feel. They know how you feel. You could say, I'm fine, and they'll be like, bullshit. What can we do to fix it? What will actually make you fine? And when you tell them, they're like, okay, let's do that. Like, you know what I mean? And vice versa. This is emotional intelligence. This is someone who doesn't have their emotions all over the place or play emotional games. Those are the clarities. Those are the clarities. The Strength card is on the bottom with the Three of Coins on top. That is a power contract. That is a power contract. That's the result. That is power right there. That is power right there. Putting all of the elements in place. What a fucking result. Like, spirit is amazing. The universe is amazing. You leaned into the universe. You leaned into spirit and trusted, letting go of something that was so toxic, so painful, and have literally gone through the time and effort required to heal yourself. And the result is everything. Limitless everything. Limitless everything. And not only do you get limitless everything, you get the clarity, you get the revelation, you get the divine insight. And not just you, the toxic trauma that you left. They're going to be witnessing you in the mirror, learning divine lessons, watching their teacher. You became their teacher. If they had to learn the hard way, then they had to learn the hard way, but they're learning it. There's an easy route and a hard route. You are showing them what the easy route looks like. This is what happens when you self-acknowledge. This is what happens when you self-approve. This is what happens when you hold compassion for yourself, show mercy to yourself. This is what happens when you forgive yourself and others for their own ignorance and inherited trauma. This is what you get when you're honest and living in your truth. You get everything. You get your sovereignty. You get your high manifestation, the family, the house, whatever it is that it is you're picturing, the career of your dreams. It doesn't matter. 10 of Pentacles could be all of those things. It's wealth. You get the lovers. You get the clarity. And you get time. You get time. You get more time. You get to live longer. You're not stressed out, waiting for death to find you one day because life sucks. You're of this mindset that life is so fucking good and you're so fucking blessed that you wish you could live forever, and you literally get more time. You get more time to watch your life grow, to enjoy the results. You get hella blessed. Hella blessed. Hella blessed. What are the blessings? What are the blessings? Let's do the intuitive tarot. That is the 5th question. What are the blessings? I mean, that's the result. I mean, I don't can't get any more blessed than that. For real. What are the blessings? What are the blessings? I'm hearing things. Your kids are going to watch you. If you have kids, your kids are going to watch you thrive. You're going to start healing. You're going to start healing generational lines. Your kids are going to watch you thrive. What's the blessings? What's the blessings for following divine faith with gratitude? What's the blessings? What else? For the 5 of Cups reversed. Spirit keeps bringing it, man. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Lorraine. How you doing? For real. What else? Yeah. What else? Your soul is going to remember. Your soul's going to remember. You're going to carry this energy with you into every lifetime beyond this one, and every reality beyond this one. You're teaching yourself, your soul, how to achieve peace, and that is going to ripple to the other facets of yourself. That's beyond just this lifetime. You're never going to be a victim again. You're never going to be a victim again. Give me clarities, please, on all of these. You've achieved beginner's mind. You're going to come into any other life cycles with beginner's mind. Yeah, the Fool card. You're not longing for things anymore. 8 of Pentacles is out twice now. 7 of Wands. Again, that's self-defense. That's Pallas Athena on the cards. Pallas Athena is psychic and strategic. She doesn't start the war, but she finishes it. Your soul knows how to achieve peace now. This is so much bigger than this life. That's the blessing. You've reached what is essentially a spiritual milestone. It may have taken thousands of years or hundreds of life cycles to get to where you are, but you did it. Like, and that's that death on the top part, that irreversible change, that fixed change, right? Scorpionic energy, that fixed transformation, the no going back. You're going to ripple across your lifetimes. You're going to ripple across time, space. You're going to heal facets of yourself that haven't even been created yet. Clarify the 9 of Wands with the Nymph is the Page of Swords. Yeah. You're not fighting anymore. You're not at war within the self anymore. You're not at war within the self anymore. You're not a victim anymore. We got the Ace of Cups and the Universe. The Ace of Cups with the World card. Yeah, the Ten of Wands on the bottom with the Queen of Swords. The truth is, you're not doing it anymore. Your divine feminine energy, your yin, knows the truth in soul about what is best for you. And that is letting go of the burdens that your soul has carried, that your family line has carried or would have carried. You're closing out cycles at war with the self and moving forward. You're amazing, Tanya. I love you. You're moving forward as the butterfly. Literally, look on the top of the card there. That's the butterfly over the Ace of Cups. You've gotten in touch with your divine nature. You've integrated spirit. You've integrated your higher self. This is your legacy. Happy Valentine's Day, Meta. Thank you. This is your legacy. Not only are you going to be absolutely blessed in this life on the mundane levels that we have here, not only are you showing other people the way that healing is possible, that change and growth is possible, and not only is it possible, it's beautiful, it's rewarding. You're going to ripple across time, space, dimension, reality, realm, whatever you want to call it. You're healing a soul facet and bringing it back to source, and your presence, your spiritual presence, is literally going to ripple to everything around you. You're never going to be a victim again. Never. Never. Your soul decided it. A victim. No more. No more. You're free from all of that. Whatever ancestral karma that you had attached to you for however long, however many lifetimes, you freed yourself of that. You freed yourself of that. You walked a path that no one before you and your family walked. No one before you walked it. No one chose sovereignty. No one chose healing. But you came into this life cycle like a curse breaker, like a generational curse breaker, and broke the shit out of it. Like, yes, broke the shit out of it. No more. You said no more. It ends with me. You said it ends with me. And it is. And it is. So whatever it is that you want inside your mind's eye that you're holding for yourself as your highest good vision, your happily ever after, whatever it looks like for you, you're getting that. You're getting that. Continue to be in alignment with yourself and watch what the universe does. Watch what it does. It's amazing. The universe is amazing. We're going to do a guidance card, and then we'll get into any super chat questions that you guys might have. I know, right? Wonderful. That is the best. That is the best Valentine's Day reading we could have had. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Fucking awesome. The universe is fucking awesome. For real. All y'all are so in alignment. If you caught this message, you are so in alignment. Or at the very least, have the opportunity to choose that for yourself, or you would not still be here. Hey, Lori, how are you, my beautiful diamonds? How y'all doing? I love seeing all your diamonds in the chat. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, yes. What a beautiful energy y'all are in. Really, thank you for blessing me with the ability to read for y'all today. For real. I love that. As a reader, we never know what we're going to pull on. So when it's like this, it's fucking amazing. Y'all are amazing. Like, I hope you guys are giving yourself credit where due. Like, I know this shit has been hard, but the hard is over. Like, that part's over. Y'all passed with flying fucking colors. Y'all passed with flying colors. Really, you should be so fucking proud of yourself. So proud of yourself. Knowing your kids are not going to take on your wounds or your mom's wounds or your dad's wounds or whoever's fucking wounds. Like, you healed it. You healed it. Yes. The singer of the chalice. What a fucking wonderful guidance card. Spirit, the singer of the chalice. Card number 12. The singers are the angels, the equivalent of angels in this deck. This is, yes, right? Yes, 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 exactly, right? I want everybody to feel that, right? Yes. I love you guys so much. So the singer of the chalice is the angel of trust, joy, patience, creativity, faith, and miracles. Says the singer holds the chalice from which the rainbow of energies pours like the richest wine. Trust, love, patience. These are things we think of having or not having. We even give ourselves credit for having them as if we made them ourselves. And yet they are natural energies of the cosmos, which flow through the chalice and through us when we are open to them, and flow around us when we are blocking them. People often don't think that love and hate are two sides of the same emotional coin, but that isn't quite true. Love is not simply the absence of hate, nor is hate the absence of love. They are altogether different things and can easily be seen. When we are angry, it wears us out and leaves us feeling like less than we were. But when we love, it energizes us, and we feel larger and richer in spirit than we ever were before that burst of love began flowing through us. This is because anger comes from within, burning from our own substance, while love is an energy that flows through us, enlightening and expanding. The other energies from this chalice are also like that. Patience, for example, is not merely the absence of impatience. It is joyful, loving willingness to wait for a process to bring us where we want to be. It contains trust and love and a special quality of expectant gratitude within it. The same is true for trust. In fact, all of these wonderful feelings are energies that flow through us when we are open to them. They each feel much like the others, and right now, just at this moment, I am being given a glimpse of something wonderful for you. They really are all one thing, something we don't have a word for. We need a word that includes trust and love and compassion and healing and patience and faith and all of the other things that enhance our and enlighten our being when we allow them to flow through us. I asked the fairies here if there is a fairy name for this rainbow blissful feeling, and they nod, smiling, and shrug. I get an unspoken feeling that if you have the feeling, you don't need a name. And anyone who hasn't got the feeling isn't going to understand a word for it. It's just one of those things, like the mystical experience of ecstasis or ecstasy that we can talk about without understanding, or we can understand and not really explain to someone who hasn't got it already. So the fairies get it. I'd never seen this before, but now, just this moment, It is suddenly obvious, as the fairies show me, that this means that we don't have to learn how to open ourselves to each of them individually. In fact, when we open our hearts and souls to unity, that energy can be focused through so many different lenses of feeling, like white light making rainbows through a prism. If we can learn to be open to any of the singers in the deck, then we can be open to all of them if we just remember to. All. And I say all knowing that it might be a mighty big all. All we have to do is first stop doing the things that close us down. Let go of attitudes, beliefs, and emotions that block the energy. Second, we need to actively invite these energies to flow through us. And all that takes is asking. Hey, Emily, how are you doing? The thing is, the energy is always already there. Our asking merely tells our own higher self and the singers that we, on this conscious level, are ready to accept it. It's like opening your arms to hug someone or opening a door to let them in. Although the taste of the contents of this chalice may seem bitter or strange at first, it always leaves a sweet, clean, sparkling taste in the soul. With the help of the singer of chalice and of the fairies too, you can get this one feeling that is all the good feelings in one. Unconditional love, trust, faith, healing, patience, and so on. Open is open, so be and stay open. If you don't know how, just ask, because it's right there. The universe loves us all the time. It's been there the whole time. We could have chosen it at any time. Thank God we chose it now. We chose it now. We didn't go another 100 lifetimes not choosing it. Doesn't matter if we spent 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000 lifetimes before. We got here right now and are realizing that the energy of love is all around us and it's flowing through us right now because we've welcomed it in. The energies that we're blocking, the beliefs that we're blocking, we have to love these people, we're stuck in this situation, we have to help so-and-so, we have to deal with this, I'm incapable, all of that stuff, you're like, fuck all that. I'm open to love because I'm no longer willing to be closed off to it. I'm open because I'm no longer willing to be closed off to it. And that immediately let it in. You let it in. And that is the guidance. And that is the guidance. Your angels watch over you. Your higher self watches over you. It's around you all the time. Yeah, you have to let it go. God knows. I know Tanya is new as a co-creator here on the channel, but I've known Tanya a very long time. And anytime I have ever hit a fucking roadblock in my energy, because sometimes we are our own blind spot. If you ever feel like you need a fucking energy tune-up, please reach out to Tanya, because she does like the emotional scale, working your way up the emotional scale, like even Reiki, like Tanya's a Reiki master. Like you should, if you can reach out to Tanya, like do that, do that. You feel guided to do that. Give yourself that self-investment, seize that opportunity to choose it and let the love flow in. Because if you got blocks, Tanya's going to open them. For real. For real. So when you're on your journey, just know that that beautiful love is always with you. And you guide yourself to it all the time. Like if you needed the reminder today because you were feeling a little bit low, like, did you not manifest this fucking message to tell you how fucking boss you are? You know what I'm saying? Like your angels are all around you. They're not going to not let you get a message that you need to get to pull you up out of that potential low. Like you chose your best. You chose your best. You get your best, period. Period. When you don't settle for bullshit, you don't get it anymore. When you don't settle for bullshit, you don't get it anymore. And when you trust yourself You allow the door to be open for people who are trustworthy. It's when you don't trust yourself that you manifest people who you can't trust. But when you click into that beautiful energy and you let it in, that self-trust, everything else comes in with it. When you choose your own joy, everything with joy comes along in with it. That beautiful feeling of being loved by the universe, that you are so good and so solid, it is unmatchable. Unmatchable. There is no word truly to describe what it feels like to be loved by the divine and know it. Hey Kelly, how you doing? I love everybody here so much. So if you guys did have any super chat questions, by all means you can ask them now. Otherwise, we are totally going to wrap it up and just let the message stand for exactly what it is. And I will be back for my members, all members, whether you're a Pineapple Patron, a Divine Rebel, or a Soul Star. I will be back for you guys on Friday at 12:12 CDT time zone for the March Insights. It's going to premiere for members only, and then it will be public towards the very end of March for just a few days. I will make it public so that everybody can see it and get the guidance. And then it's going to go back to members only because, you know, for those who invest in themselves, with me, I spoil y'all. And I love to spoil y'all. I will forever let you know how much I love to spoil y'all. So have a blessed and wonderful Valentine's Day wherever you are. And in divine time, whenever you catch it, regardless of the fucking day, know that you have put yourself on your highest good path and that the best is literally in the works as we speak, and Spirit is excited beyond excitement to give it to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. Take care.